Tidy start by the Northern Cape Heat bowlers, having won the toss and elected to bowl first. 8 deliveries, just 4 runs. Spinner, Tepper and Thuli, very good first over. Now Benjamin van Rensburg, that's probably going to be a wide. No, it's not a wide, but it is the one bouncer for the over. So as you said, this is a de facto semi-final between the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. The winner will go on to face the Eastern Cape Iinyathi in tomorrow's final. Again, the difficulty when the ball is dug into the deck here, just to get the timing right for the batters. Struck on the body there. Chenoweth. Nicely pulled away by Karabo Mokgotsi. Couple of bounces and over the rope for 4.
A lovely shot there. Didn't try and overhit it. Make sure that he picks the gap to perfection. Not the tallest gentleman that you'll get on a cricket field, but oh, he packs a punch. Giving it a charge this time. And it's a wicket time.
Well, it's been a very good start with the ball for the Northern Cape Heat. That's going to be 9 for 1 after 2 overs. And Karabo Mokgotsi, just the pressure, telling in the end a good boundary off the previous delivery. And then on his horse, charging down the pitch. Bit of a wild swing and edge behind.
Yeah, he just hit a beautiful boundary, and all of a sudden he just wanted to put the pressure back on, and it's only the second over, so no real need for that. Might have just felt that he's picked up the bowler, might have just felt that he's got his number, and in the end, his number goes to van Rensburg.
Yeah, I think perhaps better served, quite fine targeting the short boundary, but maybe staying in your crease and waiting to see what the length is like. That ball would have been short enough if he had stayed in his crease, just to get some runs through the onside. So 9 for 1 after 2 balls. Benjamin van Rensburg has made the early breakthrough, getting rid of Mokgotsi for 6. And the new batsman now is Mohammed Mayat, experienced batter, one of the kingpins for Mpumalanga through the years.
One of those that's been around for quite a while. Mistaken, he has made a turn here in the Highveld as well. Played for the Lions, if I remember correctly.
That's correct, started off in Johannesburg. That's going to be a wide, even though the batter shaped to move leg side, that was far too wide outside off.
Oh, any bowler would have told the umpire, tight call, umpy. Vosloo just trying to open up that front leg, get that base through the line.
A little bit leg side-ish that from Pumgose. And Chenoweth will feel he lost out there, especially with the short boundary to the leg side. There's only one fielder on the boundary out there. He's at just behind square on the leg side.
it's one of those where you know you got to make contact, but you know there's a man out there, so you just lift your head a little bit early to make sure that you go into the gap.
That should be okay. Well bowled by Pungosi. Chenoweth is really just swinging at shadows at the moment a bit. Interesting that the Rhinos have gone into this match with an entirely new opening partnership. That's after Zakia Katrada and Gareth Dukes got them off to good starts in the first two games, especially in the first match. They had a phenomenal opening stand. And just over mid-wicket, and that will run away to the boundary to give Chenoweth a hard fought for boundary.
That was not that far away from that man at mid-wicket, right on the circle. Just got it over, he muscled it over him. He's been looking for the big shot the entire over thus far. Just able to get going. And all that kick starts him going forward.
Yeah, Dukes and Katrada put on 139 in 13 overs in the second match. That'll be a wide, and buys. Don't think it's going to go all the way to the boundary. Just hauled in time, so it's 3 runs accrued to the total rather than 5, and the extra delivery.
Well, very well done there by the two fielders. They kind of chased each other down. Knew that there might be some backup needed. Not great glove work there by the keeper.
Yeah, it wasn't that far down the leg side.
Oh.
Sliced away over extra cover. Well placed, 4 more to Chenoweth.
Chenoweth just opening up that front leg again and letting his hands go through to the offside. Making it very clear that anything in my half is going to go. And I'm going to go hard at it.
Looks a big, strong man. Big arms. If he starts getting it regularly out the middle, we could have some fun here.
Already saw a decent total, 182. And then also decent chase as well in the first game we had here with the Eastern Cape Iinyathi and the Eastern Storm. So both these teams will feel happy with chasing about a 160 to 180.
Ngosi's got away with that one. That was short and wide.
Almost got away with both the wides there. Height as well. A little bit of extra bounce there.
Slightly closer to the batter there. That's a good delivery. It's difficult to cut that with too much power, and there was a man on the boundary at deep backward point, so probably would have just been a single if Chenoweth had connected. End of the third over, 21 for 1.
A decent start, going at 7 to the over. Not from the lack of trying, they've been throwing their hands at it. Especially Chenoweth. Just an update on the SAA game. And New Zealand A must be tired of the Herman family at the moment. Because this is Ruben, is Jordan. 169 of 145 unbeaten. They're busy with the 48th and their 324 for loss of 5 is SAA.
Van Rensburg will continue from the West Lane end to the new man Mayet, who takes a quick single to get off the mark straight away. It's so good to see our young batters show such hunger for big runs. Not satisfied with just getting 105 and getting out. But what's that, 169 not out now?
169, and he also came in very early with his brother being dismissed for 13. Him and Rivaldo Munsame picked up or put on a mammoth partnership.
Oh, nearly got himself into trouble there. Did Chenoweth. Bowler has his head in his hands. 4 runs though to the batter. Cruel game for the bowlers a lot of the time.
Oh, that was the old Chinese cut. Stripping it to the bone in between the stumps and the keeper. Yeah, not in convincing fashion. Chenoweth is looking to score. He wants to do it quickly.
Yeah, very aggressive indeed. That's very nicely put away between mid-on and mid-wicket. Janssen van Rensburg chasing hard. He was brilliant in the field yesterday, and it's another excellent piece of work by the young man.
Fantastic fielding, and man is he quick across the park. And you can just see him running in very gingerly, because I think that grass and sand mixture, anyone who's ever swam in the sea knows exactly what happens when the sand get into the pants.
He was like a greyhound straining into the wind there. Janssen van Rensburg hit very well by Mayet, but an important half stop at cover point. That Musa Twala. No.
Well, these two
Not the wrong team.
these two will complement each other nicely. Mayet being aggressive, but more of a conventional sort of stroke player.
Down the pitch and wallop back over the bowler's head. 1 bounce for Chenoweth is finding his range.
Yeah, no, like I said, one being more of a conventional stroke player, the other one is just all muscle. With this one being slapped back. Flat bat, 15 love, thank you very much. Well, he scored both sides of the wickets now, one behind the keeper, one behind the bowler.
And you know, the wind has picked up a little bit, Kat, from the previous day, 2 days, and it is kind of blowing left to right on your screen. Oh, Chenoweth, that's not going to hit the stumps, but I think he might have been given out caught there. Diving, sprawling effort at short third man. Chenoweth got himself into an awful tangle in that delivery.
Not quite sure where he wanted to play that. I think he was expecting the short ball, and he was backing away and leaning back, and all of a sudden the ball was a lot fuller. Almost looks like he was just trying to guide it, and then he got himself into a tangle. And second wicket for the Mpumalanga Rhinos gone.
Let's watch the replay to see exactly what happened here. It might have been LBW actually. It wasn't as high, struck as high on the pad as I thought he was initially. So Tyler Chenoweth is gone for 20 off 16 balls, aggressive innings, 4 fours in there, and it's 34 for 2 in Mpumalanga Rhinos after 4 overs.
Well, now they almost got to reset. Mayet's there, hasn't really faced a lot of deliveries. Let's look at the replay again. again, not 100% positive where he wanted to play that. To be fair.
I do wonder whether that's going on to misleg stump though. The height is okay, but yeah, with the angle. Anyway, umpire's a lot closer to the action than we are, and Trenoweth is on his way.
He didn't look too unhappy with the call. He knows he got himself in a horrible position.
Well, I think he didn't really know where the ball was, did he? So you can't really complain about the umpire's decision when you don't know where the ball is. Pongosi to continue now to Mohamed Mayet on 2. No run there. Benji van Niekerk is the new batsman in. Hitting the deck hard, putting lots of energy into the bowling.
And it almost looks like the Northern Cape Heat has worked out the length to bowl on this deck very early, especially with the new hard ball. We saw a lot of over pitch and a lot of width in that first game. Lost a lot of runs. All of a sudden they're targeting the batter, playing stump to stump.
Nicely cut away by Mayet, but there is protection on the boundary.
Yeah, that man is between a backward point and a third. So it's a very unique, it's almost a deep gully that he finds himself in.
Yeah, definitely not your conventional third man, way too wide for that. But
and also not your conventional deep point.
Yeah, I'd say he's sort of at 50 degrees, really. He's not going to be able to cut that one off, though. Just behind square on the offside, and very sweet timing from Benji van Niekerk.
Why we say that man is at 50 degrees, it's because they've got a conventional point in. But this was beautiful timing. No real flourish, just made sure they hit the middle of the bat. And the sound it made of it was just absolutely beautiful.
Pulled away pass, short fine leg. Well played by van Niekerk, 4 more to him.
Yeah, just a little swivel, just made sure that he hit it behind square and just past that man at 45. Just worked around the corner to the left of him. And once it's gone on this boundary, 80% of the time it's been 4 runs.
Yeah, not a good line from Mpungosi with fine leg up in the circle. 5 overs gone now, 43 for 2. So the Rhinos chugging along nicely, over 8 to the over.
Yeah, just making sure that they make use of this power play. 1 more over to go. Love to get it over 50 in the power play.
Morne Fent to the new bowler, and he starts with a dot.
Oh, gentle medium pacer.
A little bit more than medium, I'd say. Tiny bit, a little bit. Medium fast. It's got under the short third man. Fent will be very disappointed, and it's a boundary to Mohammed Mayet.
Yeah, it's not what the doctor ordered. Good delivery, finding the outside part of the bat. In his defense, he wanted to guide it down. Not that fine, though. The result, it's a good result for the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
So far, Mayet looks the kind of batter who's going to be using those deflections and angles. Probably not going to hit strongly down the ground. Well, he tried there and he's edged it over short third man now. The two boundary fielders are at deep square leg and deep point as the 50 comes up for the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
That's come up in 35 deliveries. And yeah, he wanted to prove you wrong there. Mr. Borland said, hold on, let me show you how I can smack it down the ground. Not really the direction he wanted to go to.
Well, it was down the ground in the wrong direction. It was, it still went to third man. I do just wonder if the two boundary fielders square of the wicket.
He's batting outside of his crease. Now you can see the keeper just standing up. Forcing more conventional cricket. This will just allow bowler just to settle in. Just allow Venter just to hit the deck.
And hello to you too, Mr. Gautrain. Friendly little hooter from the Gautrain driver going past. Nicely steered by Mayet. Gets it to that man square on the offside boundary.
Already the damage done in this over. One delivery to go. They're over that 50 mark where you want to be in the power play. Venter already going for 9 in this over.
Venter's kept it nice and full in this over, but there's not much margin for error up there. But ends the over with a dot, 52 for 2 after 6 overs. So a good power play for the Rhinos.
Oh yeah, it's there on 12. And if Anikar just joined him a couple of minutes ago, he's on 8. So the wickets that they've lost is Mokhotsi and Trainerworth. This partnership is 18 of 12 deliveries. So we see a double change. Bowling.
Time for some spin. We did have spin in the first over of the innings, bowled by Chepo and Thuli. But now it's going to be Odarile Mudimakwane, who's had a good tournament. Slow left armour.
Someone that likes to play around with the speed of the delivery as well. Got a very high action.
Mudimakwane is setting off after this to stop it from being 2. He does the job.
Looking at his action, I actually wonder if he wasn't a seamer as a youngster. Got a very high front leg. Shows the shin nicely.
Tidy over this by Mpumalanga, just 2 runs off the first 4 balls. That's going to be the 3rd run of the over.
Still going on nicely. They're still around about that 8 to the over mark. They can stay there. They can have a bit of a dip at the end.
Tried to get that fine, did Van Niekerk, the quicker delivery from Mpumalanga. Good way to end the over with the dot. 7 gone, 55 for 2.
So one of these 2 teams will join the Eastern Cape Iinyathi in the final tomorrow. There'll be another broadcast live from Supersport Park. Be a morning game as well.
10 o'clock start, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to topple that Eastern Cape Iinyathi. They're playing brilliant cricket at the moment with the bat and the ball.
Yeah, well, the Mpumalanga Rhinos came desperately close to doing it yesterday afternoon, losing in a last ball thriller. Jason Niemand hitting a reverse paddle for 4 off the last ball. Hoiked away to deep backward square leg by Mayet. The first sort of unorthodox shot, let's say, that he's played in his innings. He's been very classical and elegant so far.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's the first one that he's moved right over his stumps and gave it a bit of a wick. Trying to access that short boundary. That's a decent arm. You hear the gloves, the ball thudding into the gloves. The one thing about Supersport Park, it's got an amphitheatre feel to it. You feel the atmosphere, you hear the people talking, you can hear them in the cloaks, you can hear them on the field.
Again, a lot of effort for just a single. So the singles are flowing for the Mpumalanga Rhinos, but important in these middle overs that you do still pick up boundaries. Maybe 1 every 2 overs, just to keep the momentum going. To get it up to 8 and over, gradually increase that through to the death. Steps across, excellent batting by Van Niekerk. Went early, kind of spooked the bowler. Fenter delivered a full toss and he's put it away onto the banks for 6.
Just says thank you very much. Nice and juicy. Look at that. Bang. That went flat. Like a tracer bullet. It's another 4-for.
64 for 2 now. Two is on here. Long off has to run around. They're coming back for the second and comfortably done.
An update on the SAA game. 348 is where they finished up for 5 after the allotted 50.
Down the ground now, and just the one on this occasion. Good fielding, quickly to the ball, quick release. Ends the 8th over, 67 for 2. 12 off the over, good one for the Rhinos.
And after Ruben Herman's 150 in the first game, this is 186 not out for Jordan Herman. Came off 153 deliveries. Batted very, very well. So that means they're going to need 349 if I'm not mistaken. The previous game was already their biggest chase against SAA. And with Gerald Coetzee and everyone that seam attack that they've got going. Mareki. It's going to be tough going for New Zealand.
That's for a 3-0 sweep for South Africa, which will be a fantastic result. Mpumalanga in the game. No mid-wicket in place, so it's a very easy single.
Just hear the grunt. They knew he actually timed it too well. It's not often you hear the batters grunt when they time it that well.
Cutaway square, work to do for the deep cover. He can't get there. Well placed boundary by Muhammad Mayet.
Lovely cut shot. We saw one earlier by Fanikar. This is just gave him a bit of room. Played the shot on the move and placed it to perfection.
And again, my bugbear, 2 men behind square on the offside to the left arm spinner. We haven't seen any attempt to sweep yet, and yet there's gaping holes through the covers, mid-wicket.
Yeah, and also it's not a conventional sweep, it's reverse sweeps.
Yeah.
And it's not like the pitch is really turned either.
And they're going to get 2 runs to one of those fielders anyway.
Like if you have those guys in, it's got to be because the deck is really turning and the outside edge can go anywhere. But we haven't seen a real turn. We saw the leggy in the previous game turn 1 or 2. And also not prodigious turn, just conventional turn. So got to be with you there, Ken Orland. Not sure why they got 2 guys there.
Might have been an edge there. Bowler was excited, Mpumalanga.
He definitely thought there was something. There was some oohs and ahs from other Northern Capes as well. Oh yes, oh yes.
Oh, it was also close to off stump. Perhaps that was it.
So close to the bail there.
74 for 2 after 9 overs, the Rhinos.
One more to go to be halfway through the innings. Tepuntuli coming back into the attack.
Change of ends for him, so be under a little bit of pressure with the short boundary leg side and turning it towards, oh, just through his arms at the bowler's end there. Full toss, very well, very firmly struck.
I think if he timed his jump to perfection, that would have hit him right on the front forehead. To be honest, that was an absolute tracer bullet. Look at this. Bang. Oh.
Friendly full toss.
The plan looks clear. I'm going to bowl as full as I possibly can.
Well, an outside or something. I mean, there's not much else he can do bowling from this end with that short leg side boundary. Down the wicket now. And that is the problem, is that the batter knows exactly where it's going to be. Might down the wicket that time.
It means it's already 6 from 3. Need to string a couple of dots together.
alteration to the offside field. The cover is moving to point and the field on the boundary going squarer. 3 fielders now on the offside bound, on the leg, well, on the offside to the batter in a semicircle from long off to deep extra cover.
This one just wristily played. But Ken, you know what is a bit concerning is they can just milk him from here, because every single delivery has gone for one, already 8 from the over.
Yeah, it's too easy, isn't it?
Yeah, even the mishits goes for the one.
This would be okay sort of at the death when you don't mind 1s and 2s. But just no pressure on the batters whatsoever there, and they quite comfortably collected 9 runs in the over.
And also takes their partnership to 49. So 1 away. 83 for the loss of 2. It's on 24. Van Niekerk on 27. So continue with spin. Oh, this one is lifted up. Is it down his throat? He came in too far. 1 bounce for. That's always the danger if you have those men 10 meters off.
50 partnership comes up in fairly fortunate fashion. 37 deliveries, 7 4s and a 6.
Maye 22 and Van Niekerk 31. Or that 53 with the 1 extra. Oh, went for it again. So I'm just a bit quicker. Little bit of pop. Got to him quicker than he anticipated. Oh, this one is carved away for the 1 again. Oh, it just looks like a sublime cutter, doesn't he?
Likes the cut shot, clearly. Has hit some beauties today.
Oh, went down, went for it again. This will be 2. Vast vacant land there, and what a throw from the deep. This is going to open up a brand new conversation between me and Ken Borler. It's about a 70-meter throw.
Maybe 70 meters from where he threw it to where it first bounced.
Definitely need a tape measure. Oh, intelligent cricket. Bowler changing the line and him just dropping it down. Just getting the 1. Brilliantly moving along. 1 more delivery to go in this 11th over. They are 92 for the loss of 2.
Yeah, I still think there needs to be a mid-wicket in place. 1s are coming far too easily.
Oh, this one pushed back. It's another good over. 9 coming from it once again. 92 for the loss of 2. 11 gone. This partnership is now worth 58. Projected score is around about that 170 mark. They can just carry on.
Yeah, well, they're accumulating runs very easily at the moment, and if this partnership really grows much deeper. It's 58. Pretty soon they're going to be able to accelerate, put the foot down a bit. I think they could get another 100 in the last 9 overs. Things going well.
And exactly what's happening now is the leading wicket taker for the day, Van Niekerk, has picked up the 2. He's brought back into the attack. That means he's going to have 1 less at the death. They need to break this partnership. Oh, he pushed at that one. Saw a very weird way to get out a little earlier on as well. So it's almost like it didn't get to him as quickly as he was expecting it to.
I think also the length was quite awkward from Van Rensburg.
Oh, this is timed sweetly. Just the one.
Mayet clears the front leg and heaves, but just the single to cow corner. The ones are still coming, but at least against the seam of Van Rensburg, it's requiring a bit of effort from the batters. At the moment, the spinners are just being milked a bit. Oh, that's a good hit. That's a good hit. Wide of long on and into the stands. A fabulous 6 for Benji van Niekerk. Takes him to 42 not out.
Lovely shot. Just authoritative. Again, just no follow through, just picked it up. Oh, 100 up. Under all sorts of pressure at the moment.
Yeah, super shot. Van Niekerk's made a lot of runs for the Rhinos, and we can see why today.
Oh, and he's given it away. Full toss, just punched into that short cover's hands. And it's the 3rd wicket for Van Niekerk.
Yeah, it's as if Van Niekerk was just trying to angle that, just trying to steer it wide of the one man in the ring on the offside, but he picked him out. He times the ball so sweetly, but maybe if he had put a little bit more oomph into that shot, maybe more deliberate and trying to hit it over, he'd still be there. But very good innings from Benjamin van Niekerk. 42 of 23 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes.
He just sliced it. He literally just tapped it in. Just a lovely shot. And unfortunately losing his wicket. So after the 6, it's a wicket. We saw that this morning as well. But a great result for the Northern Cape Heat. Exactly what they were looking for. So we see Swanepoel. Aubrey Swanepoel coming to the crease. He's going to join Mayet, who's still there. Very important that he stays there.
What an innings he played yesterday. 76 of just 41 balls. Aubrey Swanepoel has joined in Mpumalanga this season. Joining from the Northern Cape. He's playing now against his former team. He gave Northern Cape many great years of service.
I wonder if there'll be a bit of a welcome here by Van Rensburg. Oh, shimmy and just beating that man that took the catch. just to get himself off the mark.
Shot of a confident man, just moving into the line and stroking it sweetly past the fielder to very comfortably get off the mark first ball. 101 for 3 after 12 overs.
So 101 for a loss of 3, 12 gone. So normally in a T20 setup, from here you would want to double up. You want to double up. If they can do that from here, this will be the biggest total of the week thus far. What a way to bring it up in a unofficial semi-final. One of these two teams will meet the Eastern Cape Iinyathi in the final tomorrow here at Supersport Park. 10 o'clock start. Who will it be? Who will it be? Tsepo Ntuli grabs the ball again. He's been a bit of a floater coming from all ends.
Obi Swanepoel, probably the key man here if the Rhinos are going to get to 200. We saw how destructive he could be yesterday, and if he can bat through to the close, then doubling this total of 101 certainly on the cards.
Big wicket, big wicket. You just mentioned Swanepoel will be the key. And Ntuli says the key is broken off in the door. Send him back.
Well, you're welcome, Northern Cape Heat. That was a proper kiss of death, that one. Cheapers. Good delivery from Tsepo Ntuli. Bit of turn, bit of bounce. Swanepoel trying to give himself room to access that offside. And, well, he plundered runs yesterday. Today his stay is brief. Just 2 deliveries and out for 1. Caught behind by Garnetar of the spinner Ntuli.
Not a great take originally. Kept his whips around him. Look at that, 2, 3 grabs, and he finally took it. Well, as long as the ball doesn't touch the ground, it's out. You can use any part of your body you want.
Except your helmet.
Unless if it gets stuck up there, that rule has changed. If he gets an edge and it gets stuck in the helmet, he can actually take it out and it will be a catch because it's part of his protective gear. The new batter is Luca van der Walt. Hasn't done much. According to those stats. Oh, and he's popped it back. You said you had a curse. How about that one? He hasn't done much, and he said, let me show you. Hold my beer. Have this one.
Well, Tsepo Ntuli 2 and 2. And big blows. Big blows. It was looking good for the Rhinos to get possibly to 200 now. 101 for 5. Luca van der Walt out first ball.
It's only Mayet that's surviving. Look at the soft dismissal. Letting the ball go, just pushing it back. Thank you very much. That was pushed back so softly, I'd waited for it, the bowler.
Yeah,
oh
that's
my word.
Rather lame by Van der Walt, I have to say.
And it's the 3rd bowler, as Musa Ntwala comes to the crease, that's on a hat-trick today. And if there's a run out now, there'll be a third team hat-trick in the similar fashion.
So whatever happens, don't run. The Rhinos.
Ah, Twala. Facing the hat-trick ball of Ntuli.
Bit wide from Ntuli.
They didn't hear you, they ran, but luckily it was a good single. So what an over this is. His last over from Ntuli, and he's picked up 2 vital wickets. Swanepoel and Van der Walt. Oh, this one worked around the corner, got a hand to it. Looks like it will only be 2. Saved 2 runs for his team there.
Well, and with Van Niekerk falling not long ago either, that's been 3 wickets for 1 run that the Mpumalanga Rhinos have lost. which is really a devastating blow here in their middle order.
Oh, charging him down the ground. Not yet. Just the one. 105 and half the team back in the dugout. 105 for 5. One more ball to go in the 13th. Oh, this one is chipped again. It's another wicket. Lucky number 13 for Ntuli. It is another soft dismissal. The dugout must be thinking, what is happening? Twala just chipped this one into that mid-wicket that you've been asking for the entire game.
3 wickets in the over, and that's the sort of thing that is usually decisive in a T20 contest. From 100 for 2, Northern Cape have crashed to 105 for 6, as or rather in Mpumalanga Rhinos, as Musa Twala departs with just a single off 2 balls.
Very much a nothing shot. Just chipped it. Mid-wicket, 2 little steps to the left and down his throat. You can just see the Northern Cape Heat now having a bit of a laugh, being very relaxed on the field.
Well, as good a bowler as Tsepo and Ntuli is, those were gifts, really. The first one, the Sonapur wicket, was a decent delivery, but Van der Walt and Twala really just giving catching practice.
That wasn't great batting. Now all the pressure is on Mayet. He knows he cannot lose his wicket before the 18th over. Then he can have a bit of a stab. But up until then, he's just got to stick around. He's got to see out this 20. Blaine Dronkenshaw has come to the crease. Oh, but a fumble means they can come back for the second. You see Father Ainsworth going to close out his 4. They can get the big wicket off Mayet now. And they're right in the tail. And it's up in the air. Is it another jinx? The catch has been dropped. And it's right in front of the Rhinos dugout. They might offer him a bag. A nice little basket for that one.
Slakanipo Pungorsi, I think it is. Boundary catches don't come much simpler than that. He had to come in a little bit, but he got there with plenty of time to spare. That could be crucial.
And that was a big wicket of Mayet. They're going to turn for the second. Fantastic running now. Every single run. Just throw daggers. Every run scored. Well, Ezra will just have a look at the fielder there. Saying, hopefully you got your bat in, son. You need to score these runs.
Well, he's probably going to have a bit more bowling to do, Pungorsi.
That was a big opportunity missed. That one actually died down. It took off the pace, but just died on the deck. But that was a massive opportunity to really put them away.
That's it. You get Mayet out now, and it's 2 new batters at the crease, 2 bowlers. The score 110 for 7. That makes a very big difference.
What they don't understand, the set batter is always in the ear of the non-striker, giving a bit of advice, encouragement, making sure that he stays there with him. Normally when two bowlers get together, conversation is when you think we should go. Doesn't matter what the game scenario is. As Nelson is up, feet up, 111 for a loss of 6. Oh mate, it gives him a charge. And that is the end of 4 for Van Rensburg. 3 for 32. It should have been 4 for 30.
Well, and he showed his skill and composure there with the last delivery. Batsman giving him the charge, and he adapted so well, just firing in that full and wide Yorker. Batsman left-handed, couldn't get near it. So 6 overs remaining now for the Rhinos, and suddenly if they go for 10 and over from here, they only get just over 170.
10 and over from here is going to be extremely hard. Mayet becomes the batter that's got to stay all the way. He's got to police that lower order now. Make sure that they are with him. They don't do anything rash.
Well, and he needs to score boundaries. He needs to get some boundaries. So he's going to have to take some risks. They are walking a tightrope. The Mpumalanga Rhinos on 111 for 6.
You mentioned earlier 100 for 2. Looked like they were running away with it. All of a sudden, 4 wickets. Space of 11 runs. What a delivery. What a delivery. This is always the danger when you got new batters in, especially your middle to lower order batters. Big appeal. Tars asking the question. A little theatre of the mind, making sure that the batter doesn't go anywhere.
Brokenshaw looking a little edgy against the left arm spin of Mpumalanga.
Going for the reverse sweep. Couple of bounces, and we said earlier we haven't really seen it. All of a sudden the number 8 says, hold on, I'll come give it a whirl.
Well, he was under pressure. You could see he was looking a bit edgy there. The release shot had to come, and funnily enough, if he did it better, he might have been in more trouble than he was.
Fantastic delivery. Got that one through nice and quick. 2 to go, only 1 from the over thus far. Mokwane. Oh, the charge and the stumping. That is the massive wicket of Mayet. The best chance that the Mpumalanga Rhinos have had to put a decent score on the board is now gone.
Mayet out for 32 off 33 balls, and that's maybe why he felt under pressure to charge down the pitch to Mpumalanga. Garnetar completes a pretty straightforward stumping, and it's 112 for 7, and this quite astonishing collapse continues.
John Henrysson coming to the crease, and just look at this. Even if he just tried to knock it down, he went for the big heave. Didn't even look at the ball. Head was up. He was hitting the Emperor's Palace boards already. Oh, as you mentioned, what a collapse. Mammoth collapse. From 100 for 2 to not even, or in danger of not finishing up their 20, to 112 for the loss of 7. And all set batters are gone. They got 2 bowling all-rounders at the crease at the moment.
Well, John Henrysson is capable of some lusty blows, but he's got 5 overs and a ball to stay out there to make the most of.
Oh, that finishes up the 15th. What a spell that was. Modimo Kwane, 1 for 20 in his 4 overs, and there's a massive wicket of Mayet.
And just 1 run off the 15th over. So William Modimo Kwane has had a really good tournament. Was playing in Division 1 with Northwest, moving down now to Division 2 with Northern Cape, which, well, judging by his displays this week, he's a bit unfortunate not to be playing Division 1. Looks a really handy spinner.
Tepu Ntuli. Thought he finished up his 4th. We do have a little bit of technical issues every now and again, so you'll see the names and sometimes the score not corresponding. Do apologize for that. But bear with us, we've got our technicians on it. Some of the most clever people you'll meet. Oh, big appeal to that pitch just outside leg. He was crashing into the stumps. No doubt, might have just pitched outside leg.
Well, I think Ntuli may be trying to bowl him around his legs there. Just have to have another look where Brokenshaw was standing. No, he's standing on, you see he shuffles across. He walks across, and if that back leg hadn't have just stayed behind a bit, he would have been bowled around his legs. Can't be out LBW, but dangerous time.
Like that. Like that. This time not around the legs, but right underneath the bat. It is another wicket. Ntuli has picked up 4, and the 8th have gone for the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
And the dangerous Hendrickson gone for a 2-ball duck. It's just a masterclass from Chepo and Ntuli today. Wonderful off spin. Just his control and his variation of pace and length. And this is really quick and fired in. York's Hendrickson.
He was on the walk as well, so even if it missed the stumps, he would have been stumped as well. Hendrickson. He's gone. Bowled by Tepu Ntuli. He's got a chance for a 5er. The stats master. Ken, how many 5ers have been there this week?
None. Hendrickson's was the only guy to get 4, in fact.
As Kirtland Manikam comes to the crease, as we've got personnel on the roof. Might be an indication for the batters.
Hope it's personnel and not giant rodents of some sort.
Wide delivery, or someone that might have had enough. Oh, went for the big slog sweep. Ntuli slowing it down. Still 3 deliveries to go. Can he be the first one to pick up a 5er this week? Oh, went for that Yorker again, and this time dug out nicely.
Oh my
A
word.
run out chance. Yes, it is. What an implosion this is. 9 wickets down, where they were 100 for 2. They are now 114 for 9.
Well, it's been spectacular from a Northern Cape point of view, but for Mpumalanga, absolute shambles. And I'm going to speculate here, but you know, Mpumalanga are a side, one of the minnow teams who've really struggled to be competitive. Last season they made great strides. They've played really well this week. Not sure why they changed their successful formula up top with Dukes and Katrada opening the batting, but with a final place at stake, the wheels have really come off after a good start.
Oh my word! And there's still 4 overs after this 3 deliveries.
You mentioned technology just now, Gert. Gert's been party to a little technological difficulty that I've been having with my mouse disappearing. I've now managed to secure about a 6-inch bright neon mouse on my screen. I don't think I'll be losing that one again, Gert, in a while.
Oh, lucky to get a bit of bats on that. 2 deliveries to get a fifer. Tepun has gotten 2 brilliant wickets and 2 soft dismissals, and then that run out as well was just absolutely unnecessary.
We say soft, but credit to the bowler for variations in flight and deceiving batsmen.
And the umpire says, that's the over bowled, 16 gone. Tepun is not going to be the first one to pick up a fiver. He's 4 for 19 in his allotted 4. The score has moved on to 117 for 9. Still 4 overs to go. Be interesting to see what they do with the bowling. Might just bring their paceman back. Yes, they do. Pongosi going to get the ball. He must feel a lot better with my head being back in the hut. He dropped an absolute dolly earlier on from Van der Rensburg.
Yeah, we had a feeling it might be important, but my head threw his wicket away shortly afterwards. 117 for 9, and Tsepo Ntuli absolutely outstanding. 4 overs, 4 for 20, and together with Van Rensburg, they have really ripped the heart out of this Rhinos batting.
Oh, nice little heave-o. Great fielding. Is that Van Rensburg there? We might just show him. They see that. That's how it's done.
Yeah, it does look like...
You say it might not have been
Benjamin
important.
Van Rensburg.
You say it might not have been important for the Mayet wicket, but remember, these guys still have a fine session. If they make the final, maybe not tonight, but they'll have an end of the week fine session. Oh, this one is absolutely spanked. And it's a sixer.
Temba Maupa, what a shot! Wow, by number 11. Magnificent, halfway up the bank, next to the scoreboard.
It's one of those where they actually don't know where to climb over the fence. That was lovely hands. If he carries on like this for the next over or 2, might just get over that 140 mark just to have them bat at least better than a runner ball from the get-go.
Oh, he'll be dining out on that for a long time, will Temba Maupa. What am I doing at number 11 compared to some of the stuff that came before? That was a majestic strike.
Oh, bit of mind games. Bit of in and out, in and out. And just after that lovely shot, he's played a very weird looking shot and he's been bowled.
Yeah, that was more standard number 11 fare. Made a very woody sound. I thought it was the edge of the bat, but it's just clipped the off stump, the off bail, just knocked off the ground there. Well, Horsey, the old statement, just aim for the top of off stump, and you can't go too far wrong.
And that is it for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. What a collapse. Ken Borland from 100 for the loss of 2 to 124 all out. And they still have 3.5 overs in the bank. Look at that. Tepon Tuli 4 for 20. And then Tristan Jansen van Rensburg 3 for 32. The main Chief Destroyers also run out in between there as well.
Yeah, sorry, that graphic just incorrect. It's Benjamin van Rensburg who got the 3 wickets. And a really sorry tale if you look at the Mpumalanga Rhinos batting. They started well enough. Chenoweth got 20. There was 42 from Benji van Niekerk and he and Mohammed Mayet seemed to have set up the innings at 100 for 2, but then Mayet fell for 32, and the rest of the scores 1-0, 1-4, 0-3, and Maupa 7, courtesy of that one great shot for 6 he hit.
Yeah, we wouldn't advise you to phone that phone number because it's all single digits. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time to see how the Northern Cape Heat goes about this run chase. They only need about 1/6 to the over, so it's 125 required of 120 balls. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time.
Welcome back to Supersport Park, where the Northern Cape Heat have come into bat, having engineered the most remarkable of collapses, having sent the Mpumalanga Rhinos into bat from being well placed at 100 for 2 just after the halfway mark, then bowled the Rhinos out for just 124. 8 wickets for 24 runs. Chepo and Tuli, the star of the show, with 4 for 20. And it is spin as well that starts the second innings, but too short and wide from Kirtland Manicum. And that's a very easy put away for Tristan Janssen van Rensburg. Alongside me, Gert Maloney. Can you believe what you saw half an hour ago? And are you over it? The trauma.
Oh, Ken Borland, it's like waking up one of those dreams where we don't really know what happened.
Manicum is short again, and that could well be another boundary that Janssen van Rensburg has worked very nicely behind square on the offside. Back fours to start.
Yeah, as I said to you off air, it's almost like what do you say when you're the coaching staff and a collapse like it happened. Well, that's one carved more the outside part of the bat, but another 4. So what do you say to the players as you go back? How do you explain the collapse? Oh, luck is the beginning of a season, not the end.
Indeed. A dot ball at last. But, well, hopefully the Rhinos learn from it, because they're playing for a place in the final of this Momentum Health Challenge. And if they get into that position again, they'll want to make a much better fist of their innings than they did today. Turn from Kirtland Manicum. That turned sharply.
That's the most turn we've seen all day, and I almost want to say all week.
That
one.
I think you're right. We have had some turn, but that turned very sharply. Clipped away through mid-wicket for 1. There is a slip in place, because realistically the Rhinos aren't going to restrict Northern Cape to less than 125. They need to take wickets. And that sharp turn away from the left-hander, I mean, slip could be in play here.
And also, the feeling would be whatever happened to us can happen to you. Doesn't matter what start you get, you can also get a massive collapse.
Oh, even if they can pick up 2 or 3 wickets in the power play, create some pressure. Morne Fenta is the other opening batter for Northern Cape Heat.
Not often you see 2 quicks opening up the batting. Or at least 1 quick.
Well, Janssen van Rensburg is quick across the outfield. He fielded very well again. End of the first over, 9 without loss. Good start for the Northern Cape Heat. Well, it helps when you get 2 fours off your first 2 balls, of course. So, John Hendrickson, the experienced pace bowler, he's bowled very well in this tournament. Looks to have good plans, good execution. And he's going to open from the West Lane end, bowling to young Tristan Janssen van Rensburg, not long out of school. Another Waterkloof product. They spread far and wide across the country. A lot of Pretoria cricketers playing domestically. It's become a really good pipeline for talent.
It's a bit of nice shape there. Coming right back into the left-hander. Very happy to see him bowling over the wicket. Yeah, the reason why that talent pool in here from Waterkloof, Affies, Haasfontein is the numbers that they produce, is the numbers that they have playing cricket, playing rugby.
Cornwall Hill, good cricket program there as well. Flat batter to mid-off and gone. Trying to blast Hendrickson back over the top, but it was a hard length, and that was perhaps just a little bit too ambitious by the young man. And the Rhinos have that early wicket they wanted.
Yeah, hopefully they can build on this pressure here. If they can pick up another one just to make sure that the pressure stays on the batting order. He played 2 lovely shots for the boundary, and then all of a sudden tried to muscle this one. It wasn't there to be hit. Almost looked like he wanted to flat bat that. Past the bowler.
Yeah, it's only Hendrickson's second delivery. And just give yourself a bit more time, young man.
And you're only chasing 124, so
exactly.
It's not like you have to go. You got yourself off to a proper start. 8 balls in, you're already ahead of the game. Now that first wicket, will this just lift the Mpumalanga Rhinos with Ronan Herman? No relation to the other Hermans that's causing havoc in the SAA side.
Well, Ronan, that is, caused some havoc of his own earlier in the tournament on the first day. Got a 60 or 41 balls. Missed out yesterday, but also looks a very good young batter. Nicely played. Swanepoel across quickly to cut it off the...
Swanepoel is in very tight there. It's almost like they're anticipating the straight hit. With the ball shaping away from the right-hander. They want to encourage him maybe to go through that gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. Get that slip and gully into play.
Chopped away square on the offside. Yeah, mid-wicket is also very straight. But that's away on the offside for a single. Herman underway. Ten for 1. And just the last word on Tristan Janssen van Rensburg's dismissal. The last thing Northern Cape wanted was to just give Mpumalanga a bit of optimism, something to be positive about right at the start of this innings after their dismal batting collapse. And it really wouldn't have mattered if it had been 6 singles in the second over.
Yeah, so often batters get carried away with it's been so many deliveries and I haven't hit it a 4 yet. Instead of just looking up at the scoreboard and saying, let's just play the scoreboard. Play the game scenario instead of our strike rates.
Exactly, and I know that people say, oh, this is the way I always play, this is my game plan. But that's got to be secondary to the game situation. The best players have always been those who can produce what is required for the game situation to end up on the winning side. 2 overs gone, 10 for 1.
Yeah, it's so important to have that mindset of the individual, you got to do your bit, but still a team sport. What does the team require? And the youngsters out there listening, this is how scouts actually look at it. You can play your game, but if you are losing more games than you're winning just by playing your own brand of cricket, they're very tentative to bring you into the fold. So make sure you always put the team first. And again, even if the strike rate was on 80 and you saw the team home, it's still a positive mindset.
Yeah, and looking back at the Rhinos innings, a guy like Mohammed Mayet was going run a ball, and perhaps if he'd kept going at that rate and got to a 60 off 60 balls, at least the Rhinos would have had something to bowl at, 150, 160. But he seemed to allow the pressure of the situation to get to him. and changed his game plan that had been working.
If he changed it while there was number 10 and 11 was with him, I can still see that. But he changed his game plan all of a sudden, as soon as there was a bit of pressure on.
So Bryn Brokenshaw into the attack and unceremoniously walloped over middle for 4.
That's been a go-to shot on this deck. Little shimmy down, a little shuffle, and then a flat bat over mid.
Yeah, that short offside boundary for the right-hander batting at the West Lane end. It's a very juicy prospect, and Herman took full advantage there. That one's chopped into the ground. It'll just be a single.
You just see his reaction. He's disappointed, feels that he missed out there. The boundary riders are a deep square and deep point. Still another 3.5 overs to go in power play, so the game definitely not over. The equation is 110 of 105. Still very much in the favour of the Northern Cape Heat.
Ooh, uppish through mid-wicket. There's a mid-wicket in place. He's a bit straighter than that ball went though. And it'll be a couple of runs for Morne Venter. Gets him off the mark.
Well, mention that the game is in Northern Cape Heat's favour. Should pick up 2 wickets here. Get these 2 back in the dugout. New batters out. All of a sudden that required rate of 6.2 becomes a bit of a mission.
Oh, chopped on. Brokenshaw strikes in his first over. Bryn Brokenshaw. Just a couple of times when the ball's been bowled back of a length at the deck hard. The crossbat shots have been a little bit hard to time. And unfortunately Morne Venter has dragged that back onto his stumps. Bowled for 2 or 5 balls.
That is the second one down. It's wicket time for the Mpumalanga Rhinos, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Bit of a nothing ball. It's way outside the off stump, and he dragged it back on. So is this something just to show us game on?
Well, I was going to say that just in terms of the first power play, normally you'd say you want to get about 50 in the power play, but they're only chasing 125, and you don't want to get stuck in the first power play, but you also don't want to take too many risks. And I was thinking anything between 40 and 50 in the power play for Northern Cape would have been absolutely fine, as long as they don't lose 3 wickets. Well, they're 2 down already inside the 3rd over, 17 on the board, but the Mpumalanga Rhinos are just bowling themselves back into contention here a bit.
And the nice part is we are very much on the fence. We want to see a good contest between bats and ball. So does the few spectators that's come out today as well. There's a lot of work being done here at Supersport Park, so a lot of background noises.
17 for 2 after 3 overs. I'm a little bit surprised that, well, we've expressed our surprise that Mpumalanga changed their very successful opening partnership of Katrada and Dukes, and Northern Cape surprisingly have brought Garnet Tar in at number 4. Yesterday, Tar opened the batting and smashed 135 not out off 61 balls. Why is he not opening today?
Groin might be a bit tight.
He kept wicket okay for 20 overs. Oh, no, sorry, not quite 20 overs, but yeah. Hendrickson continues. There's that difficult length again, and Herdeman is down. It might even have been a slower ball, but it all hurts the same.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how slow that ball comes. Once it hits the mark, I feel like one of those good old-fashioned pinball machines. Your eyes just light up, starts rolling back.
I'm glad you mentioned the eyes next. I thought you were going to say something else. But yeah, poor Ronan Herman writhing on the floor. There's a group of people gathered around him, and I can guarantee you that none of the players are saying anything remotely helpful whatsoever.
Yeah, most likely asking him what he's going to have for lunch or for breakfast tomorrow morning. Do you like that baked or scrambled?
I don't think he needs any food at the moment, because he's got something lodged in his throat at the moment. He's got to sort that out first.
I'll tell you what, in the music industry, the way it's going now, there's definitely a career now for high-pitched voice.
So 17 for 2. We've had one delivery in the fourth over. Wickets for Henriksen and Brokenshaw, just giving the Rhinos a sniff as they are defending a meagre total of 125. Northern Cape 108 more to win for 101 balls. So no cause for panic, just good sensible cricket. From here on in we'll see them home. Herman is ready.
You'll notice that the physio didn't come running out.
Not much he can do really.
There's one part you don't want the magic spray on. Interesting to see what's the next ball. Most likely a bumper.
Nicely steered away. I'm going to leave you with the famous words of David Lloyd. Bumble, the ex-England opener and fantastic commentator. Probably the most famous struck a midships incident ever in Test cricket. Jeff Thompson, arguably the fastest bowler ever, struck him right there during an Ashes test, and Bumble told the doctor, "Can you remove the pain but keep the swelling, please?" Oh, beautifully flicked away by Garnet, picking up where he left off yesterday. Huge six, and it was actually Garnet who hit the ball over the shallows yesterday. Seeing him nearly do it again has jogged my memory.
Oh, lovely pickup. He just went across his stumps. Look at that, just going across, and then just a lovely flick of the wrists. It's a mammoth one. And because of that Bumble story, that's where the cricketer's prayer comes from. But yeah, 24 for the loss of 2.
And relatively low risk by Tar. No one back on the boundary down there. It's a short boundary. Backs himself that he's not getting it bowled around his legs. Excellent batting. Down the wicket now. Hit hard at Henriksen.
Well, they've been very anxious once they've hit a boundary to hit another one. Second or third time that a batter from the Northern Cape Heats charged down after a boundary.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know what their thoughts are in terms of what they're aiming for in the power play. Are they overextending themselves? Hit down the ground, he could be in trouble. Swanepoel takes it. He slipped and stumbled a bit, and I think maybe he battled to pick the ball up at first, but he completes the catch comfortably enough. And Gert Maloney, you were just saying, just calling the approach into question, and Garnet, you have to say, has thrown that away. Unnecessarily aggressive.
Oh, this looks like the Mpumalanga Rhinos innings has just carried on and over into the Northern Cape Heat. Don't really know what he was thinking there. Ball was never there. Just let it go. Play the match scenario. It's a run-a-ball game. The boundaries will come. big gun. Gone, it's all gone. The new batter. Monanela, Yika. Oh boy, does he got a bit of work to do.
Well, in the space of an hour, we've seen 11 wickets fall for 48 runs. And it's not as if the pitch has changed character and become a minefield. The mines are all in the minds of the batsmen at the moment. Some pretty bizarre decisions being made out there. Nonalere Yika now takes strike.
The second one that's caught in exactly the same fashion with exactly the same shot. Swanepoel stays there, he might pick up 5 catches.
Well, I think he'll fancy having a bowl. He's bowled really well in this tournament. With wickets falling like on a Christmas sale, he'll fancy picking up a few. Hendrickson now to Yika, 24 for 3. And Northern Cape Iinyathi are behind on DLS par. And now potentially some crazy running for Ronan Herman to send to Yiko back. End of the 4th over, 24 for 3.
Oh, this is where the coach starts enjoying his antacids. Still 101 required of 96. 7 wickets in hand. And someone has just got to put a partnership together. Even if it's a little partnership of 30. Just to steady the boat. Get the field spread so you can actually get the singles, the ones. It's a massive field. The ones and the twos easier. But at the moment, all credit goes to Mpumalanga Rhinos. They're fighting back. After their collapse, probably reminding the Northern Cape Iinyathi that it happened to us.
Well, you know, Gert, even 30 at a run and ball puts them on 54 for 3 after 7 overs. As Temba Maupa comes into the attack. Good start, sparing Herman up a bit there. 54 for 3 after, what did I say, run and ball after 9 overs. Leaves them needing 71 off 11, which is still very straightforward. So there's plenty of time, and I do think now is the time for a bit of consolidation, just not to lose a wicket for a while. Oh my word, we're trying scoops.
If I was a Mpumalanga Rhinos now, I would not stay out of the batter's ear for a minute. I would be giving him batting advice, relationship advice.
Nicely driven by Yika. Protection at deep backwards point though.
It's now gone under 100 that they need of 93 deliveries. That's all they need to do. Work the ones, work the twos. It's a mammoth ground. Boundaries will come. It's a quick outfield. Just work the ones, just work the twos. Sensible cricket necessary now.
Big slog sweep. Aiming over mid-wicket, Ronan Herman. There's just no other gear to the batting at the moment. It's no off switch.
Yeah, credit to these two teams. They're making a game of it.
Well, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. Some of these for the new Northern Cape coach, Mduduzi Mbata. Might well be wide. Yeah, too high.
Maupa's looking back and he can't quite believe it. But that was well over the batter's head. It is an unofficial semi-final.
Cut away again, that man on the offside boundary in business.
One of these two teams will meet the Northern Cape Iinyathi, I beg your pardon. The Iinyathi team that's in that final. It'll be either Northern Cape Heat or the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
Nicely flicked off his legs by Yika. Get a couple.
At the moment, looking at all the teams that has played, the Eastern Cape Iinyathi just looks a cut above the rest. They really have been playing brilliant cricket with bat and ball.
And clever cricket. Clever cricket, well organised, relatively simple plans, but it's highly effective cricket. They've got lots of options that they can exercise. 5 overs gone, 30 for 3, and at this stage the Rhinos were 43 for 2. Hendrickson snapped a cover and dropped. Oh, and then the run-up throw also misses the stumps, but that could have been absolutely a massive blow against the Northern Cape Heat.
Just look at this effort. That was smashed and full dive. If he hung on to that, that probably would have been one of the catches of the week.
Yeah, very, very good effort in the field. Alas, it went down. Hendrickson! Swanepoel nearly in business again at mid-on.
It's like they haven't learned their lesson.
And the Rhinos have learnt the lessons from cricket earlier today. Their mid-on is a lot straighter than anyone else has employed. And he's taken one catch there already, and that was nearly a second for the straight hit. Lofted down the ground. Trying to hit Hendrickson off a hard length. Not that easy. There you see he finds that length again, and swing and a miss from Ronan Herman. It's all a bit wild and frenetic, trying to swipe that across the line.
Hopefully Yika just went down to his partner and said, all right, okay. Let's just calm her down. Let's get bats on ball. Big field, a lot of time to rotate. Let's take it in nice and deep. Net run rate is not an issue. We're on the same points. You just need to win the game.
Fuller that time from Hendrickson, but again a play and a miss.
I'm at a loss for words at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, with a bit more measured batting, that was actually a relatively simple put away through the covers, at least for a couple.
2 or 3 singles already. You're already behind the 8 ball if your target was 50 after the power play. So I try and smash it in 2. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Put the pressure on Mpumalanga Rhinos.
This is excellent bowling though by John Hendrickson. And just to mention the DLS par score again, which gives you an idea of who's ahead in this match. They might be chasing just 125, but Northern Cape Heat 30 for 3, DLS par is 41. So they are behind at the moment, and the Rhinos will certainly know that and be feeling in with a very good shout here.
What a fight back. What a fight back by the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
Helped by some pretty brainless batting, much like they produced with the bat, to be fair.
A maiden over in the last over of the power play. What a phenomenal over that was by Hendrickson.
And not to want of trying, Herman was swinging like a rusty gate out there. Perhaps more measured cricket, they could have got 4 or 5 off the over easily. So 30 for 3 after 6 overs.
2 more overs like that, and all of a sudden that 124 becomes a long way off. It's 95 of 84 deliveries as Kirtland Manakam comes back into the attack. Now with the power play done, he can have a bit more protection.
Yeah, and the spinner will try and impose even more of a stranglehold on the batting. Kirtland Manakam.
A wicket or 2 here. Oh my word. Game on.
So 5 men back, all of them in front of the wicket. 2 on the offside, 3 on the big leg side boundary. Nonalela Yika on 3 on strike. I see tossed up by Manakam, and good to see that straight mid wicket in place and cutting off the one. Short and wide and hit over cover. Not great contact, just a single.
Not great contact, he almost sliced it. I tried to get it up and over, and he just opened up the face a little bit too much.
That was really a 4 ball. Short and wide. Bit of turn again for Manakam. We saw him turn one very sharply in his first over. Dipping on Yika, who is on the move as well. Taken a little bit surprised by the full toss, but gets it away for the 1.
2 in the over thus far.
Herman is come charging. Yika's in trouble. Oh. Throw just misses at the bowler's end.
It's like Malpa. Oh, the left armour. Interesting to see if he hit there.
Well, I think Yika would have been out if he'd hit. Hesitation by Yika. Straight down the ground, long on, can't get across. So a boundary, long time since we've had one of those.
And finally, there's connection with the willow. Went a lot straighter this time. And yeah, Herman didn't throw the kitchen sink at this one. Actually just kept his shape, played through the line nicely.
Yeah, just a simple punch down the ground to end the over. Brings reward. 37 for 3 after 7 overs. 88 needed of 78 balls.
Looks like Malpa is going to change ends.
Decent first over from Temba Mawupa, just 6 runs off it. Quiet rate is 6.8.
Looks like he's going to change his angle as well. He's coming around the wicket to the right armour, or right hander rather.
Bit of a surprise because that's going to be angling towards the short boundary. Yeah, you see straight away, 2 straight, easily worked away. I hope I did this on the first day where he was bowling around the wicket to a left-hander from the other end. So the left-hander had the leg side boundary short and he had the angle to work with as well. And needless to say, Maupa took some punishment, just Just wondering if this is the best plan. He's going to have to bowl a very disciplined line for this to work.
It almost looks like he's bowling cutters at the moment.
Herman a bit lucky there, edged away for 4. But again, the angle is not helping the bowler here.
No, the angle is definitely not the way to go. Go across him. The way they've been trying to force the issue. Almost be your best chance to get a wicket.
Oh, cutter! And it's delivered fruit, excellently bowled by Maupa. And perhaps that's why he's bowling at this angle. He wants it just to grip and then turn against the angle that he's bowling it at. And that one worked a treat. That was very well bowled. And Ronan Herriman, the big fish, has popped back the simplest of return catches. Gone for 18 off 21 balls.
Yeah, he can't believe it. Just having a look at the pitch. Thinking to himself, none of the spinners had that grip. That's what I said earlier on. It almost looks like he's bowling off cutters.
This is definitely a cutter, yeah.
Oh, just those hard hands. Hard hands costing another wicket, and it's 4 down. 42 for 4.
Played way too early, Ronan Herriman.
We're in with the game. We're in with the game.
Absolutely, Kat.
How much would this do for the confidence of Mpumalanga Rhinos if they can pull this through?
It would be great. I spoke yesterday a lot more about it, how they've been perennial strugglers in Division 2. And then last season there was actually some really decent improvement on their behalf. They've strengthened their squad with the likes of Aubrey Swanepoel. Got some decent young cricketers, and if they could just get into the final of this competition, that would be a very good achievement as well. 42 for 4 as Abel Mokwena now takes strike. Get 1 to third man.
He's off the mark immediately. Nice positive stroke. Positivity has not been the problem. I feel they're right in the game at the moment. 82 still required, only 6 wickets in hand. And the top 4's back in the dugout. All the work left to be done by the middle order.
Someone's going to have to bat well for Northern Cape to get home here as long off goes back. Oh, nearly another return catch. That time from Yika as he walked across his stumps and played straight down the ground, but just evading bowler Maupa.
It's almost like he's expecting it the whole time when he lets it go, isn't it? It's almost like a left arm Orphy at the moment. As soon as he lets it go, he expects that ball to come back.
He's bowling for that sort of leading edge, isn't he? Got one already. Pulled away well. That's a good shot by Yika. Excellent put away for 6. Good shot, Donalele Yika.
Lovely shot. Just marginally short. This one is pulled in front of square. Look at that. Bang. Just clears the fence.
50 up for the Northern Cape Heat. It's been a struggle. 4 wickets down. Taking them 49 balls. Just 5 4s and 2 6s.
So Manikam is going to continue.
$74 more needed off 72 balls. 51 for 4 after 8. That was a good over for the Heat, 14 runs off it.
The problem they have is they're losing wickets at regular intervals. They carry on like this, then they won't even reach the target because they run out of batters.
It's early days, but Abel Mokoena seems to have come in and batted quite sensibly. He's got to two good shots.
Oh, he looks like he's a very composed young man.
Lofted really well over extra cover, inside out. That's a very good shot by Nonalela Yika.
Was a bit rash in the beginning, but now he's just finding his feet. And again, that was a lofted shot, but no risk. There's no one over that fielder at deep extra. They're not trying to muscle it, he just needs to time it. Even if it's just not a 4, it's a 2. Forces money comes to bowl a lot straighter, and then you can just work it around the corner for the 2.
For 3, excellent running by Yika and Mokoena. And if Nonalela Yika is on 21 now, if he can see Northern Cape Heat home, yeah, it'll do his confidence a world of good. And Manikam is changing to over the wicket now to Mokoena. Swing and a miss.
You were just singing his praises, and all of a sudden he goes for a shot. There's already enough runs in this over.
Moving around in the crease quite a bit now, Abel Mokoena. When he played from a stable base, he looked a lot more effective.
Wide call. That means it's 8 runs already from the over.
Just chipped down to long on. That's fine. To end the over, 9 gone, 61 for 4.
That was a gentle chip. The equation is 64 required to win of 66 deliveries, and they are right on a DLS par. DLS is 63, they're 61 at the moment.
And did I not say run a ball for 5 overs would get them exactly in this position, and it has. And they did lose 1 more wicket. But if they can stem the flow of wickets, the run rate is no problem. It's run a ball. Less, slightly less.
Well, they're batting at 6.8. The required rate is 5.8. So still run a ball as Luca van der Walt comes into the attack.
Bowled nicely yesterday. Got a bit of gas. Bowled later in the innings yesterday. Looks a bit of a death bowling specialist. That's what he does well. He hits the deck and takes pace off, and is difficult to get away. The Rhinos have some good bowling options. Mahupa's bowled well despite going for 20 and 2 with his cutters. Manikam, spinner, and no doubt soon we're going to see the canny spinner veteran Aubrey Swanepoel as well. Oh, on the bounce to point. Good start to the over.
You just see Swanepoel here at the long on fence, just shrugging his arm.
Oh, another slower ball. And Mokoena all at sea with the changes of pace.
Just listen to the Mpumalanga Rhinos, brethren, that's on that field. No one's quiet, no one's keeping still. Backup fielding.
4 dot balls, pressure mounting. Had something perhaps has to give.
Well, pressure mounting in dots as a batter, but not in the scenario of the game. They don't need to get panicky. It's still a runnable game. They can just continue as they are.
And Mokoena has got the single, but it was a risky one. You don't want to be running out Nonalele Yika on 21.
It almost looked like it was Yika's call. He came through immediately as soon as that ball was hit.
Yeah, I think he's tired of watching Mokoena scratch around at that end. He wants to have a go. Nicely put away through cover point. They're not going to be able to get back for the second though.
That's 10 gone. Comparatively, 83 for 2 was the Mpumalanga Rhinos, and 63 for 4 is the Northern Cape Heat. It was kind of after this where everything fell apart. They were 100 for the loss of 2 was Mpumalanga, and then went a bit pear-shaped from there.
Yeah, so difficult to do comparisons at this stage of the innings because a massive collapse was imminent for the Rhinos, and it is going to be Aubrey Swanepoel coming on to bowl.
Well, it just works around the corner. Deep square coming in. Aubrey Swanepoel he's been around, hasn't he? One of those where you can just, if you're a sponge, you can learn so much from him.
Since 2006-7 season, would you believe? Made his senior debut as a 17-year-old for the then Griqualand West, now called Northern Cape.
Is it down his throat? Yes, it is! And Swanepoel has come in. This is the big wicket. This is a massive wicket. That means it's 5 down. They got a hold to bowl it, and all the pressure reverts back to Yika. So Albert Mokoena throws his wicket away after doing a lot of hard work. Only the 4. And all the pressure now on Yika.
Yeah, and Nonalele Yika is only 24 years old. He's only played 9 T20 games before this. It's going to be a big ask. But Tamsan Kumalo comes to the wicket. Mokoena 4 of 10 deliveries. Just couldn't really get going. And eventually the pressure became too great.
And we were talking about the wiles of Swanepoel. Immediately getting a wicket. And slip in. It's almost like the Rhinos are smelling blood. Just getting the angles right. They might feel that they got a hold to bowl at here.
Absolutely, not too much batting to come after this. We're into the bowlers. Popped up.
Very nearly a caught and bowled opportunity. Looks like this one was just a little bit seam up. Definitely had a bit more pop to it. Running down to Yika, just apologizing for that one. Oh my word, look at the bounce on that. That's more seam movement than the seamers got earlier on.
He's got a wide variety of deliveries, Aubrey Swanepoel.
That was the leggy.
Yeah. Some of them are just like straight up medium pace seamers.
Lovely placement. Found the gap to perfection. Yika moves on to 27. Lovely shot, just putting the pressure back on Swanepoel.
Looks like he wants to hang back on the back foot, Yika, against Swanepoel. Could get him into trouble, but got that one away well. And there has been a reinforcement now with a deep gully joining the short third man. I don't mind that because Swanepoel bowling mostly off spin. And we've already seen Yika once get it through the gap there.
And also they wanted to make sure that he can't guide and get off strike or get on to strike again with the end of the over. It's a good old-fashioned 69 for loss of 5 after 11. Oh, the equation is still head-to-head. 56 of 54 deliveries. Luca van der Walt bowled a brilliant over. Only the 2 runs coming from it. No success thus far.
Wickets are going to be the key for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. So they've got to keep chipping away. Can't allow a partnership to develop. Just a partnership of 30 will change the balance of this game dramatically.
Oh, that's a nick! That's a nick! It's another wicket. Luca van der Walt, you beauty, coming around the wicket, tempting the left armour and just moving, straightening it up from the left armour. Keeper takes a good catch. That is Kumalo back in that.
Fantastic, classic delivery from Luca van der Walt, coming around the wicket to the left-hander, angled in, and it just nibbled away beautifully. This is worth watching again. Lovely bowling.
What an absolute jaffa. Beauty.
Kamala just trying to nudge it away on the leg side. Squared up. Gets the edge. 69 for 6. Northern Cape Heat are under big pressure now.
Tepu Ntuli, the hero with the ball, created that collapse. You can see his old brethren just telling him, you got to warm up, son. Oh, this is going to be a test of fortitude. Who's the most strong mentally? But all of a sudden, all the momentum has kind of shifted into the Mpumalanga Rhinos' favour because now they got a bit of a hole to bowl at. Yika is still the key. If he can stay there till the end, he'll bring them close. But he cannot afford to lose wickets on the other side like they have. 58 of 53, but the biggest and the most important equation is those 6 wickets that's down. Last recognised batter Yika is still at the crease. He's in a non-striker's end. As Ntuli is going to face up. The way he's been going, they kind of appeal for everything now.
Nice appeal by mid-off. His arms were aloft until the ball has just been past him to get it back to the bowler.
Ika itching to get to the other side. He must be very careful. Last thing they wanted now is a run out.
Yeah, it's good stuff with I think it's Benjamin van Niekerk in close there at a backward point, putting pressure on the batsman, not allowing them the easy single.
Oh, chance. Oh, better throw, who knows? But this is what it's going to create, those wickets now. Is where those ones must turn into twos. They got to stay with the balls remaining. Just wish the top order would have done this. But Mpumalanga Rhinos are right back in it. We thought we were going to have a foregone conclusion. All of a sudden. I nearly thought there was something on that again. Taking the pace off. End of the over. 12 gone. 71 for the loss of 6.
Just 2 runs and a wicket in that over from Luco van der Walt. He did a very good job neutralising batsmen yesterday. Didn't play on the first day. Must have a good skill set though for T20 cricket.
I'm going to turn this into 2 as well. They wouldn't mind this. Mpumalanga Rhinos wouldn't mind it. Tiring themselves out. Just the one. Ika. He's the Lone Ranger at the moment. 30 of 19.
Busy innings by Ika. Very good strike rate, 157. Oh, I was just going to say, good to see a slip in place against Ntuli, even though it's the 13th over. And that nearly was edged to slip, or the wicket keeper.
Oh yes, and he's castled him. Why play a high risk shot like that? And Ntuli, the 7th wicket down, and then Mpumalanga Rhinos is running rampant.
Well, Teppo and Ntuli just trying to get a bit too cute outside his off stump there, and Aubrey's trying to pull like a well-weathered hyena, zeroing in on his target here. And chopped on. Sadly for Ntuli, Odarile Mudimukwane is the new batter.
And oh, the momentum all the way in Mpumalanga's favour. Mudimukwane. Oh, you'll have some chatter. Keepers in nice and tight.
And a slip, no doubt. That'll still be the case. 74 for 7.
Who would have thought it an hour ago that we'll be in this situation? Oh, is there another one? So close. So close. Lovely glove work.
Beautiful bowling too by Aubrey Swanepoel, 36-year-old veteran. Plenty of tricks up his sleeves, even though they're short sleeves. Just making some adjustments to the field. Deep point is going to a deep extra cover, and there are 3 men in the circle at point, backward point, and a short third man. Turn and bounce.
Lovely delivery. Turn and bounce. It's one of those overs that you couldn't have scripted better. It's only the 3 runs coming from it and the wicket.
Yeah, and Aubrey Swanepoel, a clear plan there, just targeting, just on and about off stump. He had the field to protect that line as well, and getting turn, varying his pace, and the batters really not being able to make much of that at all. Just 3 runs and a wicket off that over.
Oh, lovely shot, lovely shot. Luca coming in for his third, and just a shimmy to the offside, and Ika says, hold on, we need to get closer. It's a maximum.
And as you were saying earlier today, it's so important to get that boundary first ball of the over. Suddenly it sets the Northern Cape Heat up for a really good over, and the bowler under pressure. Great shot by Nonalele Yika.
Oh, went for it again. There was little 2 shimmies there. Was the one, and you might have thought it's a double bluff. He's going to move back, and then he did another one.
Just a little filler from Van der Walt. Good adjustment made. Yika responding to how predictable Van der Walt is, but also being predictable by stepping outside all stump again.
Lovely shot, beating that man at backward point. Sublime timing.
Shot of the innings, I think. That's a really quality stroke by Nonalele Yika.
A normal cricket shot brings up a boundary.
A great dashing one at that.
Oh, what a great initiative this Momentum Health Challenge is. Especially at the start of a season. Gets everyone up and going, ready for the cricket season. Ika looks ready. He's on 40 of 22.
At the start of this over, the gap between runs required, 51, and balls left 42, had grown.
That one wasn't timed at all. Lovely fielding there. That ball looks like it just bounced away from the fielder. He just corrected himself.
But that gap has now shrunk to 39 needed of 38 balls. So just a couple of excellent blows by Nonalele Yika, and Northern Cape Heat right back in business.
Got to feel that one of these deliveries had to be a single. One more to go in the over. He's got to face the majority of the deliveries. He's had no help from the other side.
Mpumalanga aren't going to gamble though by bringing another fielder into the ring.
Oh, they're just going to trust him to hit those lengths. Hit that wide Yorker. Deaf ball specialist. Fantastic. 39 of 36. The biggest concern for the Northern Cape Heat will be that wickets column, 7 down. Aubrey Swanepoel, even with 2 boundaries in that over. They're only conceding 9.
So it's just those little battles within the greater contest that can make such a difference. Luco van der Walt, that last ball Yorker, keeping Yika off strike for this new over, allowing Aubrey Swanepoel now to work on Odarile Bundibukane, who's a spinner himself, but his batting skills are going to be under a very stern examination now from Aubrey Swanepoel.
Oh, fantastic running, great awareness. You just see the teapot there by Swanepoel. He's not impressed.
Well, it was a super delivery, but excellent awareness, as you say, by Yika. Straight away, it was really just fended away on the leg side. But Dimokwane didn't know too much about it, but Yika spotted the gap for a single. Back on strike. 38 needed off 35.
Oh, and Swanepoel couldn't get a hold on to that one. That would have been the match. That would have been game. This one he smashed back, but oh my word, if he held on to this. Oh, would have been good. Oh, this one is played very nicely on the offside. And again, fantastic fielding. It's another 2. Rodile is on 3. Look at the reaction on that. How close was that? Twala is just looking at the deck. He can't believe what he just saw. All just slipping out. It's a lovely warm day in Pretoria.
Just clouding over a little bit now. But no threat of this game being interrupted at all.
Oh, the leggy. Again, just the one. So 1 delivery to go in this 15th over. 91 for 7. Just a bit of a partnership developing. 17. 34 of 31. Oh, lovely awareness. Lovely game awareness. Yika will not come back for the second. That means he will be on strike for the first ball of the 16th over.
92 for 7 after 15 overs. 33 runs to win off 30 balls. And I think if Yika stays there, Northern Cape are going to win this. He is batting very sensibly and very well. And Mpumalanga is providing him with some solid support as well. Temba Maupa back into the attack will no doubt be bowling a few cutters here.
He's going to continue with his plan, coming around the wicket to the right-hander. Letting the ball do the work and moving away.
Third man, deep point and long off on the boundary on the offside. 2 fielders on the leg side boundary, the short boundary at deep square leg. No, he's coming in. He was just behind square. Now he's coming in. Cow corners on the boundary and long on is dropping back.
Big movement across, and he's picked it up. And that is what a way to bring up your 50. A shot of authority. And he says, I'm not done. It's a sixer.
And very, very clever by Nonalele Yika. Immediately responding to the field change. Square leg was on the boundary. He was brought in and he stepped across his stumps, expecting it to be full, and accessed that area square on the leg side. Excellent batting. 29 ball 50 by Nonalele Yika.
Changing the angle of attack to Yika. Coming over the wicket with his left arm. Oh, went for the paddle. Nearly got castled.
I think the shot was on. It's not a bad option with fine leg up in the circle, but the execution wasn't great. He was a little bit off balance, it seemed, Yika.
Almost wanted to play that in the walk. Oh, he went for it. Went for a biggie. Now it means now they got 3 deliveries to bowl. At Orodile. Everyone on the edge of their seats. Not sure which way this will go. Another wicket here. They would want the wicket of Yika. Then they'll feel they're in with a massive shout. While Yika is there, Northern Cape Heat will feel that they've got this in the bag. Want to go to that 100. Yika just reached his 50. What a delivery that is! Base on, no cutters this time. Lovely. Swing it back into the right-hander. And oh my word, there's another change.
Magnificent Yorker by Timber by Whooper. And there was a bit of surprise value there as well, as you intimated. Gert, he's been bowling cutters. Suddenly there was no pace taken off there at all. Fired in. And Modi Makwane could not keep it out.
It almost seems setting up. And oh, pace on. Hitting off stump. Oh, game on. Game on, Benjamin van Rensburg. The man who bowled brilliantly. Picked up 3 wickets. He's now got to face the music. Left armer. I think the worst feeling for Yika would be on the other side. Are they going to leave me stranded? 26 required of 26. Two deliveries to go in the 16th over. 99 for 8 in the search. 125. We've seen some great bowling comebacks, but this must be one of the best in a very long time.
Yeah, the Rhinos have really not given up at all. Rather messed up with the bat, but came back and got early wickets and have just kept chipping away. Yeah, and really, Nonalele Yika, all that stands between them and victory in the place in the Momentum Health Challenge final.
Oh, is there a run-out chance? I wanted to go at Yika's end, but Yika's extremely quick. That's the end of the over. They took the single. Can't leave all the runs on the borders. That brings up the 100 for the Northern Cape Heat. 100 for 8 after 16 overs.
So 98 deliveries for the 100. And that's pretty much been the story through the innings. Just about run a ball. Northern Cape have gone at, which is fine, but they've lost wickets. That's been the biggest issue. 25 still needed, 24 balls left, but just 2 wickets in hand. And Van Rensburg stole the strike with that single off the last ball. And he has to contend with Aubrey Swanepoel now. It is Swanepoel's last over though. 3 overs, 2 for 15.
Oh, going very wide on the crease. Trying to create that angle. He's angling into the left-hander and then turning it away. Just keep an eye on that slider though. Like that. What a lovely delivery that is. A good old-fashioned off-spinner. And he must actually feel hard done by because he's gotten more turn than anyone else over the last week or so.
You can tell by the body language there. He can't believe that didn't bowl Van Rensburg.
Oh, this time nice and full. Just a single. And Nela Yika. He's on strike. What is he going to do? Is he going to try and go for it? Does he trust his partner to stick around?
Still 24 to get, and Swanepoel's a tricky customer. I think the answer is just to milk him. Potentially there's a 2 through mid-wicket. We can get it across there. There we go. Going
Like
for
that.
the 2. He's
Oh, lovely running. Lovely running by the big quick. Realizing there's 2 there.
and very well placed by Yika. That was the key. He had to get the cow corner fielder running some ground. 22 of 20 needed.
Just down the ground. As you mentioned, looks like they're just going to milk him. Get him out of the attack. (21 of 19). One more delivery to go in the Swanepoel spell. Oh, this is smashed. 4 runs. He latched on that one. Went for the miracle turn, and the big fast, he says, thank you very much, I'll take a forfeit.
Oh, just one ball makes a massive difference. Swanepoel sliding way down the leg side, very well put away by Benjamin van Rensburg. And now that makes it 17 needed off 18 deliveries. Swanepoel finishes 2 for 23 in his 4 overs, and that was just the second 4 that he conceded. Excellent bowling by the veteran spinner.
Northern Cape Heat might feel that it's just swinging back in their favour. With Yika still there, they're the favourites. Yeah, just having a chat with Maupa. Again, just coming to make sure. Very animated discussion there.
Well, these are big decisions in terms of field placings, and it's got to correlate with what the bowler's planning on bowling, and then he has to execute it correctly.
Oh, he went for it. That was the cue end. Is there going to be a chance of a run out? Yes, it is. Suicidal run out. That is the big wicket of Yika. He called the second. He wanted to come back. And oh my word, is that the game. 2 was never on there.
Yeah, Gert, and not necessary. Benjamin van Rensburg has shown that he's okay at the crease. You know, he could quite easily have been left on strike, get a one, get Yika back on strike. The required run rate is not the pressure. The pressure is the lack of wickets. And now they just have one left.
And they don't have Yika left. That's the issue. Now it's going to be up to number 10 and 11 to take it home. Yika, but take nothing away from that innings. 55 of 33. Was the only man for the Northern Cape Heat that looked like he had answers for this attack. And just look at that. Clean pickup. Lovely throw. And as quick as he wasn't even in the frame.
Yeah. Excellent fielding by Benjamin van Niekerk. It's a stout effort by Nononela Yika, but it could have been a match-winning effort with just a better decision here off the previous delivery.
Nice to see even the Mpumalanga Rhino coaching staff just standing up and applauding that innings. They know what a good innings that was under immense amount of pressure.
Just a correction on the fielder. It was Luco van der Walt, the pace bowler. No wonder he had such a good arm. And from the boundary there.
Here we go. Oh, now things are going to get tough. Now things are going to get tough. You need to get the scoreboard ticking. It's exactly a runner ball. You've got 1 wicket remaining. Two more deliveries. Maupa left. Oh, well, that was an inside edge. It was the only thing that saved him then. Doesn't look like Bonguse is a nerdler. Don't think he's going to tap it around the corner.
Yeah. The Jack not often is. Number 11 in the batting order. Probably got a bit of a ill feeling in the stomach having to come out here and try and win the game. Came in with 16 needed to win. He's got it down to 15. But now the Northern Cape Heat, they're going to have to lean on Benjamin van Rensburg.
Oh, lovely solid drive. Two more deliveries to go. That's all they need to do. Take it into that last over.
Yeah, van Rensburg at least does look reasonably well organised. Looks capable of collecting a few singles.
Also a big guy, so it looks like he can clear the fence as well.
Well, he had a fantastic for the last ball of Aubrey Sonnepoel's spell.
We'll bowl that 19th over. Will it be Luca van der Walt or will he let him finish up? And Anderson. Lovely single. Just hear the cheers as they get off the dreaded Nelson.
Perhaps the Rhinos will be tempted to use Hendrickson, the strike bowler, just to knock over the last wicket. If he doesn't succeed, then I'm sure Van der Walt will certainly bowl out at his last over. He's bowled really well. 3 overs, 1 for 16.
Oh, lovely delivery. It's the wide Yorker. It's the end of the over. 13 to 1. We've got into the penultimate over. This is one of the bowling comebacks thus far of the week.
Well, Timber Mawupa has finished with 2 for 32 in 4 overs. I reckon he's bowled a lot better than that. He's actually shown a lot of skill and a lot of composure.
He was a recipient of a couple of innovative shots where they were walking across the stumps and flicking him to the short boundary, which was what they wanted, just the execution was that good. So he did bowl better than those figures show.
Well, yesterday's game between the Mpumalanga Rhinos and the Eastern Cape Iinyathi went to the final ball. There were 4 runs needed and the Rhinos were on the wrong side of that one. Can they get the job done here today to have the opportunity for revenge on the Iinyathi in tomorrow's final? Kirtland Manicum, the spinner, is an interesting choice, but
I don't think he's gonna flight it up. He's most likely gonna fire it in.
yeah, tailenders don't really like spin, do they? They can't help themselves but have a heave at it. So I expect we'll see a bit of an in-out field here. Lots of boundary catches. There's a deep backward square leg. There's a deep mid-wicket, a long on, a long off, and a deep point.
Got to feel that they've left the gap there at cow corner. But mid-wicket in, is that where he's going to target him? He just practiced the shot there. He wanted to play that one over extra cover. Just slowed it down completely. And not a bad ploy. Off spinner going to the left-hander.
Yeah. Pongosi kept the ball on the ground at least. Very safe single in the end. Bit of a field change now. Short third man coming a little bit finer. And there's a deep gully close to him as well.
Oh, he went for it. He went for it.
Even though long on is back, they just can't help themselves. Number 10 and 11 generally.
Especially if there's a bit of flight. Oh, went for it again. These are valuable dots. These are valuable dots.
And he's ragging it away from the left-hander is Manicum, which is really making it quite difficult for Van Rensburg to line him up.
This time lined him up. Is it a catch? Dropped short.
Oh,
Fantastic bowling. Just the one.
very good effort by Mahotsi, but it just died on him. Couldn't get his hands underneath it. 11 more to win off 8 balls.
Oh, got hit against the head. Are we going to see the physio coming out with the very important finger test?
Well, that would delay the exciting conclusion a bit, but I don't think the blow was at all dangerous, just a glancing blow. Pongosi trying to sweep.
Full toss. They'll come back for 2, that is fine. That concludes the 19th over. And 9 from the last over. 9 from the last over. Who will bowl it?
Well, now they have a choice between Hendrickson and Van der Walt.
Looks like it's Hendrickson. Takes off the cap. He might just feel that he's got enough variation.
Well, he's bowling for redemption, because yesterday he had quite a few runs to defend in the final over. It was 10 off 5 balls at one stage, with Tando Ntini on strike. Not the worst with the bat, Tando Ntini, but he is a bowler. And unfortunately, Hendrickson then delivered a ball that was wide, and wicketkeeper missed it. So it went for 5 wides, and suddenly it was 5 for 5. 5 off 2, sorry. Apologies. It was 10 needed off 2 balls with Ntini on strike, and the next ball was 5 wides, which made it 5 off 2, allowing Ntini just to bunt a single and get Jason Niemand on strike, who hit 4 off the final ball to win the match. So Hendrickson bowling for redemption here.
And very similar situation. He now has 9, 1 less than he had yesterday. You can see that's a conference there.
But number 10 and number 11 at the crease. And I think we'll see Hendrickson hit the deck hard here and changes the pace. He's going to have a few catches on the offside boundary.
Coming around the wicket.
Need some catches on the leg side as well if he does bowl into the deck, because I think Van Rensburg will have a swat at it.
They know they need a boundary in the first 2 deliveries.
Fine leg in the circle.
Oh, fantastic delivery. Are they going to turn for the second? No, they cannot.
Bang on target, John Hendrickson. That's what he would have been wanting to bowl at the feet towards middle and leg.
Manguse lining him up. The boundary has to come in the next 2 deliveries from somewhere for the Northern Cape Heat. Otherwise they're going to make it very tough for themselves.
So only one change eventually with the right-hander now on strike, and that's that there's a man going back onto the cow corner boundary, and cover sweepers coming into the ring for Bungosi. Long off back, and there's long on back as well, and a deep square leg, and a fine leg on the fence.
Oh, brilliant execution. Don't throw it. Oh my word. I just said don't throw it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not the worst thing. He has Mangose back on strike. At 6 from 4. Well played, well dug out.
Well, he couldn't kick it onto the batsman's stumps because Bungosi was in the way. So I guess the next best thing was to try and run him out at the bowler's end. Unfortunately, conceding the extra run.
Oh, big swing and a miss. Big swing. 6 from 3. Exciting stuff, Ken Borland.
Wonderful, yeah. We've had... I was actually saying before yesterday afternoon's game that although the cricket had been really good and very entertaining, we hadn't really had any close finishes. Well, yesterday's final game was an absolute delight, and today as well we're seeing a thriller.
Oh, this one is lofted. Is the catch going to be taken? No, it's not, but it's fantastic fielding. Didn't carry. How well done was that?
Makhotsi again, Karaba Makhotsi, twice now the ball has just finished short of him.
Said we've had good cricket but no real close finishes. Now none of us got nails left. Oh, that's all for a place in the final. Who will join Eastern Cape Iinyathi? 5 to win, 2 deliveries to go. Walks down the track. They're going to come back for set 2. Is it a run out? Yes, it is. It's a run out, and that means it's one of the best comebacks, one of the best bowling comebacks after a mammoth collapse in their batting. And it is the Mpumalanga Rhinos that book their place in the Momentum Health final.
Well, Pungosi is frustrated with Van Rensburg for calling for the second, which would have left him needing 3 off the last delivery. Pungosi obviously felt that he could get 4 off the last to win the game. But excellent work here. Aubrey Swanepoel to Hendrickson, keeps his calm and breaks the slumps with a little lob, a little offload of the ball onto the wickets. Wow, what a game. And delighted for the Mpumalanga runners. Today they've come out on the right end of another absolutely thrilling finish.
Winning by 3 runs, and just look at that, Tsepo and Thule. 4 for 20, setting it up for the Northern Cape Heat with Tristan van Rensburg's 3 for 20, 3 for 32. And again, sorry, that is a mistake on the scorecard there. It is not Tristan van Rensburg. But yeah, van Rensburg, the big left armer that tried to win the game in the end. Picking up 3 and then, scintillating finish. And it was only the one batter from the Northern Cape Heat that did much. Was only the 50. There's absolutely no partnerships to speak of whatsoever.
Yeah, Nonanela Yiko, a lone battle really. 55 he scored at a good rate of knots before he too was run out. Not the greatest decision by him, also trying to get a second run. But so the Mpumalanga Rhinos squeak home this afternoon by 3 runs, which means they are into tomorrow's final against the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. And I think they have been probably the 2 best, most consistent teams through this competition. So it's a fitting final starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So do join us a little bit before that. Gert Maloney, you'll be with me again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be great fun. Hopefully it's a final like this. I mean, who's going to sleep tonight? It's going to be up in arms. It was a fantastic semi-final. It's that rematch that we've been waiting for and that Mpumalanga Rhinos have been waiting for against the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. So join us tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You're right here at Supersport Park. Thank you for joining us. Don't miss out. It's going to be another scintillating day for the final tomorrow. Thanks to the production. Thanks to Supersport Park. Momentum Health Challenge. What a fantastic initiative to get us going in the cricket season. So join us again tomorrow live here from Supersport Park for the Momentum Health Challenge with the final. Eastern Cape Iinyathi taking on the Mpumalanga Rhinos.